Again, Percival was able to take down Mana to advance on to this round, to the round of 8. We'll see if he can keep going. We'll see if Rex can stop him. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Leylands, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Offside Esports. It is Rex. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, the returning ex-military player. It is Percival. Here we go. What is this? I don't. Is this even StarCraft if there's no Protoss? Like, what's going on? What's what's happening? Oh my god, it's crazy. There's no probe. There's no gateway. That is an early pool, and that is an early gas. Rex, calm down. We're going for a gas pool opener into a delayed expansion. Rex, with this, he can go into a Bane bust. He can go into a Roach Rush as well. Rex is being hyper aggressive, and we'll see if Percival is able to react, respond, and scout what's going on. Oh boy. Here we go. As we should soon be going for the SCV scout across the map. Rex going for the much later expand. Spawning pool about to finish, and we'll see what the gas is going to be spent on, as the SCV is soon going to be moving out. And even if this is going to be for an early Roach Warren, as so far we have Lings on the way, it's going to be the initial 6 Lings. This is going to apply pressure and ideally force Percival to stay back at home and hide the follow-up. As Rex, he's pulling out of gas. Okay, it's only Ling speed, so we're rushing into fast Ling speed here. No Banelings, no Roaches, just Speedlings. As Lings move out, they will avoid the SCV scouts, so Percival is in the dark. He's unaware of what's going on. Until now. Now he knows. Now he sees how late the expansion is, and how he knows that something is amiss, something is afoot, so the Reaper races back home to defend and protect the natural. Likewise, Percival checks to make sure no additional gas. There's no additional gas income. Ling speed is on the way, which means there's no Roach Warren. There's no Roach Warren, there's no Bailey Nest. Rex rushing to a third base as quickly as possible. And Rex, he's macroing behind this. He's droning. Lings, they poke in. But Rex, he should be aware that the Reaper is back at home, so these Lings are not really going to achieve too much. Going for the SCV. Nice defense out of Percival. Very nice control. And Percival defends. Does defend. We can see Rex, he's going to be holding off on these Lings, keeping them further back. There's no reason to waste them. Just waiting for an opportune moment to try to punish Percival. So as we settle in, I do actually enjoy Percival's position that much more. Going for his add-on swap, going into a 1-1-1 aggressive follow-up out of Percival. Lings, they do slip in. Link speed. Yeah, 2 SCVs go down. The Link speed does catch Percival a little bit off guard. Does deny mining time. Very nicely done. 2 SCVs do fall. And that is a Rax as well. This isn't just a 1-1-1. It's a 2-1-1. All before the third CC. Very aggressive build here by Percival. Opening up initially with Hellion support as well. Which means this could be a 2-on-1 with Hellions with even Hellbats. It's a little bit too early to throw down an armory, but I mean, this is going to be borderline 2-base all in. This is crazy. Just hyper aggression here out of Percival, and Rex has no idea. Rex does have an Overlord. The Overlord is zoned away by the Marine. Likewise has a second Overlord here at the Natural, but Rex is yet to confirm. It's it's going to be a 2-on-1 with Cloak Banshees. Oh my god. Okay. If you recall, it was Maru and Bjorn in 2023. They were playing around with this build a little bit here. But if you remember, I believe they were doing this over a 2-Rax Reaper. They were going 2-Rax Reaper into Hellion Banshee into 2-on-1. They have their own little twist to it instead. But yeah, this is a wild setup here from Percival. Very committed, as you can imagine. Very committed, very aggressive. I would not be surprised if an armory gets thrown down alongside this as well. And Rex is still in the dark. He still doesn't know what's happening. Against this, we will need some further tech to defend. We will need either a Bailey Nest, a Roach Warren. Just purely Ling Queen is going to be a tough hold. Hellions a poke in. Cloak is almost done. Link Scout does get eyes on the Banshee setup, but remember, the Raxes are hidden. There are layers here to this build. Rex, ooh, lair first. He's going lair first before Baneling Nest. But there should soon be Baneling Nest here momentarily as the follow-up. Rex pulling back into gas, droning up. Yep, there it is. Baneling Nest is on the way. So he should have Banelings for this defense. Likewise, because of the faster lair, that's going to lead into faster Baneling speed. The downside here is Hellions, they try to poke in and they don't quite find much damage. The downside is that Rex, he will not have 1/1 upgrades. His upgrades are going to be delayed in favor of this. But considering this is a 2-base all-in, or never mind, 3rd CC on the way, but considering how aggressive and how committed this is, I think it's okay for Rex to delay his upgrades. Now, the 3rd CC is throwing me off. Definitely. So Percival, he is going to be transitioning out of this. He is macroing behind this, but still a very committed move out. And as we mentioned, yep, Armory. As we mentioned, it is going to be a Hellbat push. So Armory is on the way to morph in those Hellbats. Stim is done. The Bio moves out. A tank with this as well. The Banshees, they poke in. They don't really get much done, but they can join up with the main army. And this is going to hit like a truck. Ay, ay, ay. And the question is, any Banelings? The answer is no. There's Link Queen. There is a Baneling Nest, of course, thankfully, and Banelings can morph in. But here comes Percival, and again, Rex, he's not ready for this. He's not prepared. He needs Banelings here and now. They now morph in. But is it too late? He canceled the Evo Chambers. He needs as much money as possible. He needs as many links as he can. Some of the Banelings are being denied, and Marines, they stim on in. They do dive on top of the 3rd base. Hatchery under fire. The Banshees are being focused down. The tank is very far back. It's a little bit too far back. Now coming into play. Hatchery, ooh, is close to going down. Does barely survive. Rex, he's barely holding on. That's a sub 100 HP Hatchery. So close to going down. Can he get it? He stims in. He stims. He gets it. Takes down the base. Takes down the Hatchery. Medevac will escape just barely. And Percival, he knocks down Rex's 2 bases. Percival now up in economy, now up in bases. Better saturation. Rex thankfully is taking a 4th. Percival, he can rotate from here. Baneling speed is done. So let's rotate over. And we'll see if he can do the same to the 4th. Meanwhile, we can see Rex trying to catch reinforcements. Army dives in, going for the queens. Here comes a surround. And Rex, he will clean this up. He shuts down the tank, shuts down the bio. And Percival, he stuck around a little bit too long. He got a little bit too excited, a little bit too overeager. Is cleaned up. We'll punish some of the queens. I'll get out of here. Tank races back home, and Rex holds. Now, as it all settles, we have to kind of take stock at where we are. Of course, the now 4th base for Rex is very delayed. We're on an even base count, and we have an even worker count, which means Percival is ahead as he has mules. So Percival has the greater economy. So he has achieved what he wanted. Is Percival vulnerable at the moment? Somewhat, but now with 2 tanks, he's fine. With 2 tanks, with the bio setup here, with 1/1 on the way, Percival, he's perfectly fine. Likewise, if you remember, to survive Rex, he did cancel those Evo Chambers, so his upgrades are late. 1/1 just now starting off with Rex. 1/1 is almost done for Percival. So Percival, he is ahead in economy, he is ahead in upgrades. 4th CC on the way for Percival. And Rex has some catching up to do. Now, there is a chance, if Percival moves out, if he doesn't leave enough at home, then there is a chance for this Bane run-by, for example, to bust into the middle line to get some economic damage. There is potential for Rex. Likewise, when it comes to the engagements, if Percival does have some miscontrol, here, for example, if he does lose his double drop. Oh. But so far, Percival is on point. So far, he pulls away. Banelings, it looks like they ran into the gas geyser. A little bit disjointed there from Rex. Banelings did not get anything done. Percival taking into Widow Mines. And Rex is taking up into Hive Tech and into Hydra production. Very bold move. He has quite a lot of teching to do to really get into the swing of things, to get into his lair tech and get into the mid game. We'll see if Rex can survive. Percival does pave his way through all this creep. Takes down a wave of tumors. Denies some of the Banelings. Nice target firing. Does get one. Oh! We'll take a Baneling to the face with a Mind Shot. Mind Shot will make up for that. So we have a bit of a give and take. We have somewhat of a back and forth trade. Percival moving in. Being forced to pick up. Likewise, double drop into the main. Risky maneuver. The medevacs are very low. But it looks like they will unload. Oh no! Oh, full medevac goes down! Yeah, a little bit too close here to the Spore. The Spore shuts down the medevac. Rexy holds. He defends against the drop. Percival expanding, taking his 4th base. Now getting a 5th. Rex taking up into lurkers, but he still needs more time. Rex, can he save the expansion? There's not that much bio. Nice splits here against the Widowmines. Rex here versus Zaster. Drop towards the 3rd, trying to pull him apart. Oh! Once again, baits out the Widowmine. Slick moves out of Rex. Takes down the drop. Bleeding out 3 Marines for a full medevac drop. Well worth it here for Rex. But again, he's just been keeping up with drop play. The main army has been building up. It's been building up over time. Percival once again going for the expansion. Mind Shot once again baited out. The second one, though, much better. Much better connection on the Lings. Double drop once again. Hits the natural. Rex out of position. He does respond, does rotate all the way around. But Percival won't really get much done here. Oh. On the Mind Shots. Nice mind connections here on the Lings. Doesn't get much economic damage, but efficient trades from nonetheless here from Percival. Stimming in. Denies the 7th expansion. But the 5th and 6th base are still getting up and running. Still lacking saturation for Rex, and Percival, he's maxed. Again, he's been much more efficient here. He's at 200 supply. Percival, now is his time to move in to knock down these bases. But as time goes on, Rex, he's slowly stabilizing, is building up his lurkers. Hive upgrades still on the way, but that's going to be 3 lurkers, 4 more in production. This base is going to finally go down. Okay, there's no saving it. Hatchery falls. Rex getting supply blocked. Ooh, that should not have happened. A brutal supply block. He cannot max out. Stuck at 180 supply. 7 overlords in production. A laser. Is that you? 7 overlords on the way. 8 overlords on the way. Ay, ay, ay. And Percival, he is embracing his upgrades. Getting to 3-3. Vehicle upgrades. Ghost Academy. Fusion Core as well. I believe that is the 2nd Ghost Academy, so I'm sure he's thinking of nukes. He's getting those nukes ready. Threatening a push. Nidus running across now. Lurkers, they do get behind the army. They're headed towards the 3rd. Banelings, they crash in. Nice splits here from Percival. Does out-trade the army. Shuts down the Banelings. Lurkers, they get across the map, but Percival now he can respond. He doesn't, though. Okay, Lurkers. Sorry, the Ghosts even. The Ghosts, they do turn back around. Bio army commits. Yeah, let's go. Say, shut down the Lurkers. Percival, he defends. He attacks. He denies the expansion. It's a kill, not a cancel. Hatchery falls. And Rex, he can still barely not keep up. The lurker count's still very low. Still only 5 lurkers for Rex. And the mineral line. Drones are finally going down, not just bases. 5 drone kills, the hatchery as well. And Rex, he's just stuck on 4 bases. Stuck on 4 hatcheries. Percival threatening a doom drop. Getting behind the mineral line. Not quite worth it for Percival. Meanwhile, the lurker count is building up. Vipers have arrived. Rex still in this. That is into the main. Percival does notice. Medevacs are cleaned up. And the big question is going to become, can Rex hold on to a 5th? Can he take a 5th expansion? He's double expanding as we speak. But again, he's barely mined from these bases. As Percival, he's there time and time again to knock them down. Nice, is still up. Still has potential. Both armies are maxed. 3-3 finishing off for Percival. Nuke on the right-hand side. Let's go for the nuke. No workers. Rex, yeah, he does respond. He pulls away. Has noticed. And the second nuke is denied. Denied. Rex still maintains map control. Vipers have made it. He can abduct all the EMPs. Very nice EMPs out of Percival. Shuts down the Vipers. EMPs were brutal. They at least survive. They can regather energy. As Rex is attempting to incorporate those spellcasters. Fungal growths and blinding clouds or abductions. Mass overseer into the main. They're going for the Nidus. Percival, he does notice. Does react. As it's denied, Rex poking in towards the front lines. The Viper is still out of energy. Still not ready. But at least Rex is mining. He got his 5th and his 6th. They're both operational. Oh, but the liberation is here. The freedom. The liberators have arrived, and just like that, mining is denied at the center expansion. The nuke as well. Percival pushing in. The nuke will connect. Likewise, lurker harassing towards the left-hand side. But there are plenty of ghosts. As the snipes, they pop off, they shut down the lurkers. Percival defends. Rex is trying to engage. Nice control. Percival splits off that medevac. The power bomb is denied. Baileys are rolling in, but they're rolling into tank fire. And Percival is just out trading, just pulling Rex apart. Left and right, the base is going to fall. And Percival, he can just keep pushing. He can just keep moving in. Jeez, that's 31 workers, heaviest oversaturation here at the base. The nuke! Rexy does notice, but he runs past the army. Will slip away. But the bases will fall nonetheless. As again, Rex, continues here. He cannot take a 5th base. He cannot saturate a 5th base. He's been trying this entire game. But Percival, he's always there to knock it down. Another nuke on the right-hand side. Rotating towards the left. The Liberators do set up. Lingbane attempts to engage. But nice kiting, and GG gets called as Rexy runs out of steam, and Percival takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Percival does take a lead in the series. And with that, he's now 1 game away from knocking out Rex. Here we go. Again, up next is going to be Rex's map of choice. When it comes to the map itself, it was a very chaotic one. Remember, Rex started with a pool gas opener into fast link speed. Meanwhile, Percival responded with a 2-1-1 Hellbat, cloak banshee, sim timing on 2 bases. It was crazy, which was quite successful if you recall. Did kill the 3rd base, did kill the expansion, leading into a longer macro game. And alas, Percival took a lead early on, did maintain that lead throughout the course of the game. GG. GG, well played. Rex, who was always, in a sense, playing from behind, was able to eventually get into lurkers, but never really built up a critical mass of lurkers. Likewise, the Nidus Worms across the map weren't really too successful either. They never really wreaked any havoc or got any momentum going. With that, Percival, he was safe, he was secure, and that leads us into game number 2. Here we go. We are headed into the second game and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of El Dorado. We have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Upside Esports. It is Rex. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back and forth the ace matches. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, recently back from retirement in a sense. It is Percival. As I did mention, Percival, he did retire at the start of 2024, but you are never really gone, as he has returned to us. It's been a month. It's been a month since his return. Has been looking quite good. Has been slowly improving over the past couple of weeks. Over the past month, has been streaming a lot on Twitch. And now he's here in the quarterfinals of OlimoLeague. One game away from making it to the semis. Oh boy. Here we go. We are going to be settling in. Sorry, I'm just tweeting. Oh, the tweets. Beautiful. As we do see Rex going Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch Gas Pool standard opener here out of... Oh. My apologies. Before I get ahead of myself, this was an earlier spawning pool timing here from Rex. Interesting. With this, the queens they have already begun, and we have some earlier lings on the way. Interesting. As Rex is gonna be mining through those gold minerals, looking to gain access towards that southern half of the map. You have my attention. Do you have my attention here? As Rex did delay his gas. He delayed his gas in favor of this. Lings, they do sneak out. As a reminder, again, it was an earlier pool, so Lings, they do sneak out across the map. The queens are out in time to defend. A Reaper will threaten the mineral line, but Rex should not lose any workers. Does pull away, queen is out, and Rex holds. He holds, and his goal here is to get across the map and to try to get on top of that CC. We'll see if he can. As Lings, they do get on top of that building worker. The SCV is going to be targeted down, and the CC is delayed. So a nice start here from Rex. Again, that was the purpose of the earlier spawning pool. Was this Ling harass? He gets one SCV. Can he get another? Up! He wants it. Can he get one more? The boys are pulled to repair, and Percival, he will hold. He will hold. He will not lose another worker. Behind this, that is a third CC. Third CC before starport. Economic build this time by Percival. After a crazy aggressive game 1, we're calming things down here in game 2. And of course, welcome one and all to El Dorado. As a reminder, this is Rex's map of choice. Oh my god, that is an insanely fast lair. He's crazy. That is a, what, 320? Even earlier than that, like 315 lair timing. Jesus. With this fast lair, and especially as we load into El Dorado, are we feeling, well, I was going to say 2-base Muta, but that is an early Roach Warren. Very, oh my god, with Overlord speed, we're going for a Dropperlords, we're going for a German taxi, we're going for a 2-base all-in. We are setting up for that all-in. There is no third hatchery whatsoever. First of all, he does try to confirm he is on the way. Now, what I love about what's happening, okay, first things first, Reaper goes down. If you remember, Rex, he was mining that gold mineral. And I believe Percival saw that as well, so he made it look like he was expanding. And because of the terrain, because there is no way for the Reaper to get onto this half of the map, for all Percival knows, there is an expansion. For all he knows that there is a third, but there isn't. It's a hidden setup here. Percival, he's scouting, he's checking. Overlord speed is almost done. Lair is completed. Again, that is for Dropperlords. And here come the Roaches. Here comes the Queens. Here comes the all-in. There is a third base on the way, but a very late third base. And really, it's all about this. It's all about the taxi. Load on up, Pappy. Let's go. The Dropperlords have arrived. And we will soon be zooming across the map. Behind this, Percival expanding towards the south, taking his own third base. Percival has yet to really confirm what's going on. He's still in the dark. Still does not know. Oh, he sees he knows. He sees Dropperlords. He does spot this. He has some time to prepare. Bunkers are being thrown down immediately. You have 2 bunkers at the natural. Third base, I'm sure he's ready to just evacuate the third and just give up on it. Stim is still halfway done. The Viking attempting to try to intercept those drop lords, but unable to. Spots the roaches. Roaches, they file across the map. Oh, Rex did get supply blocked. That now is not the time. Was a brutal supply block. The Liberator does set up. The boys are being pulled. And can Percival hold? As the Queens, they drop in. The roach support is delayed. It is delayed because of the supply block. Viking going ham. We have limited transfuse. Ravagers are trying to file in. Headed for the natural. One queen goes down. And Percival holds. Percival, he is holding. He zones back the army. And again, this third base is late. The saturation is late. Percival this entire time has been mining from his third. He's been happily mining. And this was just a really awkward execution of the all-in, of the move out. Remember, because of the supply block, these roaches here, they're very late. They should have been here with the main army. And they only just arrive after the defense. After the hold. As Rexy still tries to poke in, but alas, he's pushing into a tank, into a Liberator, into two bunkers. Like Percival, he is safe and sound here. And now he can just focus on his next step. 5-rack setup. Combat shields finishing up as well. There's no eBays yet here for Percival. Okay, just now getting into double eBay. Double upgrades. Catches a free Ravager. Rex, he's trying to break out, trying to gain access towards that southern half of the map. And so far, I just have to favor Percival's position. Rex, he might be up in workers for the time being, but, I mean, there are mules, of course, to factor in. Percival, the efficiency of the army as well is in favor of the Terran. Right now, there is a lot of pressure on Rex to try to bounce back in some way, to get some kind of counter damage. See what he can do. I do appreciate the creep, at least. The creep is looking very annoying to deal with. As the scan gets thrown down, all the active tumors are dealt with. At least most of the active tumors. And all of them even. Queen goes down. A nice cleanup here for one scan. Still 3 tumors remaining. Once again, Rex setting up those 6 overlords. Investing into Mass Roach. He's on 3 base saturation, getting a 4th base, I would imagine, just for Larva. He has mined through that southern wall. And Percival does not have the Zonaga. Oh. Percival, he does not see the main army. And Rex sees Percival. He responds. He rotates over. Rex going to be spreading creep from across the map. Throwing down those tumors. Very nice setup. Army starter says 4. Tank boy is going to be going up. Percival trading well. At the same time, Liberator into the main. Ooh, and a late response here by Rex. 6 workers go down. At the same time, Rex going for the Night Storm into the main base, going for a Hail Mary play. Percival, he does spot it, but does he react? Does he manage to react in time? Files, they connect, they take down the tanks. Rex, he shuts down the main army. And the Nidus will finish. But there's nothing in the Nidus. Ooh, not the best setup here. Now Rex is filing in, but the Nidus goes down. Percival holds. Hey, Rex just wasn't set up for the Nidus Worm. The Liberator gets 11 drone kills. Percival pushing right down mid. The CC is going to be delayed. At least Rex attempts to. Does attempt to delay the CC. Overseer into the main. Once again, hoping for a Nidus, I'm sure. But Percival, he's holding. And again, Rex still has no saturation. He still has not saturated that 4th. So the soup does lie. Rex, he is up in army supply, that is true, but he's maxing out and he's essentially 3 base all in. If Percival, if he can hold, if he can buy time, then he will snowball out of control. Nidus Worm will finish. Percival trading with the main army. Roaches, they bust into the natural. And Percival caught with his pants down. He was not ready for this. and is being torn apart. Whilst they connect, ooh, they connect with the main army as well. The Bio does fall, Mineral Line falls as well. And Rex is just pulling Percival apart. He's doing it! Oh, has to respect the Marauders. Does have to respect them. Nidus into the main. SCV's under fire. Can Percival survive here? A big dive from Rex. Doesn't quite get the tank. Tank survives. Percival, he's holding on. Nidus in the main. It gets cleaned up. And wow, Percival, he deflects the aggression. He cleans up the Nidus in the main. Cleans up. Doesn't quite get the Nidus in the natural, but he's set up for it. And Percival holds. Does cost him 39 SCVs. That was a lot of workers going down. The economic lead that Percival once had isn't really there anymore. The gold base does help, but it's still less than ideal. Now, thankfully, even though Rex, he is now droning, he needs to saturate that fourth. He is heavily oversaturated. There we go, now transferring over. But Rex, he does have a lot of inefficient mining going on. As Percival moves out. For the first time in a long time, Percival can now be aggressive. He breaks free. And can Rex hold? Another Nidus. Nidus into the natural. Percival, no reaction. He doesn't see. Doesn't know it's Nidus. Instead, he's going for the kill. Can Rex hold? Nidus run does complete. Nidus goes down. There's nothing across the map. Oh my god. The vials, they connect. They're brutal. Despite that, the tanks are getting within range. Massive value here. Percival, he breaks through. Takes the vials to the face. Doesn't even matter. He likes the vials. He likes it, man. As he stims in. And you can see how poorly Roach Ravager scales into a longer game. Once you get enough tanks, once you get enough Marauders, the Roach Ravager just crumbles. Nice sit up on the high ground. GG gets called, and Percival, he snowballs out of control, forced into the all-in, and Percival takes the series at 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Percival, he does claim the series. Again, it was a very rough game state. Percival, he was losing workers, losing control of his bases, losing control of his production as well. Things were looking a little bit dire there for Percival, but he was forced into an all-in. He was forced into an all-in, and the rush distance by ground on El Dorado is very short. It's very short rush distance by ground. With that, Percival, he snowballs out of control. He barely breaks through. If the game had gone on any longer, then Rex, he takes advantage of his economy, builds up a greater army, and he holds. But not here. Not this time. GG, well played. Percival will make it to the semifinals. And the question becomes, who will face off against Percival in those semis? We have one quarterfinals match remaining here. It's going to be a TVZ between Ryung and Shin. As we get ready for our final quarterfinals match, a shout out to Flipper Flapjack in the chat. Baby God, thank you so much for resubscribing for 5 months. For 5 months, almost half a year of support. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Hope you enjoy the casting. And welcome. Welcome to OlimoLeague. OlimoLeague week number 235. We are nearing the end of the quarterfinals. We will soon embrace the semis, but we have one series left here before the semifinals. It is our next TVZ. Let's go.